What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys been watching my previous videos. Last one I did a paint correction on the S2000, and the one before that I kind of had a little sneak peek of the Skyline. So watch those videos if you missed it. Another thing I want to do today, I was driving my daily driver to Scion, and I realized how the AC is always getting warm when I'm at like a stoplight or something like that. And whenever I go drive the car, like start moving, it starts to get cooler. I'm under the impression that it needs a recharge. So I went to Walmart and bought this little $15 kit and a $3 Freon thingamajiggy. So ideally, from working in the dealership, you're supposed to use a machine to, you know, suck all the Freon out, suck all the vacuum out, and then you're supposed to, what do you call it, recharge it. So in my case, I know the pressure's low and the Freon's low, so I'm gonna go ahead and just put this on here, the gauge put to tell you if it's low or not, and then I'm going to fill it up with the Freon. And the instruction says I'm supposed to do it when the car's running, so we're gonna learn how to do it today. I'm not used to doing these ratchet stuff, but if it's being sold in Walmart, it should be fine. And hopefully the AC on the XB gets a lot cooler because it's getting really hot in Florida now. So we're gonna do that in a little bit. Probably put you guys on tripod so we can go and work through this together. Alright, just looking over the instructions, like it says, turn the car on full blast, put this thingy onto the low side, check the reading to see where you're at, and then you screw on the Freon onto the other side, and then you just hold the lever, and hopefully it fills up. I guess you don't have to fill it up all the way, but it says check the pressure every 10 seconds, releasing the thumb lever, charge. I'm hoping this goes pretty well. I don't want to blow up anything, especially my daily driver. Alright, so first things first is start the car, and then we put this on. So in my case, the low side is over here, so let's just remove this. So right now, if you can see, it's on red. I'm gonna have to read the instructions to see what to do now. I guess the one thing I'm waiting for is the clutch to turn on, because it's telling me if it's red, just make sure the compressor is turned on. So I'm gonna wait for that to happen. That didn't go well at all. I put the gauge on and it's a lot of pressure in it, a lot of Freon. So what I have to do now is figure out what the problem is. Now, based off AC, there's three things that can go wrong: compressor, condenser, or the, what do you call that thing? Expansion valve. Now, in my experiences, a lot of the cases, expansion valve is inside the evap or around that area. In this case, it's not. It's actually really easy to get to. Another thing is condenser. That's kind of like connected to the radiator, so you know where that is. And my compressor works because when I drive, when I get the car rolling, if it's, you know, moving, it gets cool. So that means compressor is working, and I assume the condenser is working as well. So the only thing I can think about right now is the expansion valve. Now that's a cheap part. It's like $13 online. So I'm gonna order that. I'm gonna wait for it, or I can just go to auto parts. But at least I know I'm able to diag what the problem is. So when you put the meter on the low side and it tells you that it's high, that probably means that it's filled with Freon, and the compressor is working, especially when it's getting cold when I'm driving. Problem is, when it's not moving, there's a problem with another faulty part. I don't think it's the condenser, although I could replace it as well, but expansion valve is the cheapest right now between the three. I still have access at Acura to actually discharge the AC system, replace it, and then recharge it again. So that's probably what I'm gonna end up doing. So I really didn't end up doing anything for a while. I have to order parts for the XB, so I went to the gym and I thought, you know what, let's go do something on the Skyline, because you guys already know I have it, you guys already seen what it looks like, but I really wanted to do this video for some time now, so let's do it today. If you've been watching for quite some time, for the past few videos, you've been seeing the steering wheel hanging on my wall, and this steering wheel is actually for the Skyline. So I got this from my buddy. My buddy Rob had a spare Momo steering wheel, and I was like, you know, that thing was pretty cool. I was at his house and he was like, dude, just take it. I already have a Nismo steering wheel, I don't need that one. And I'm like, dude, I want to change my steering wheel anyway, so I figured, you know what, let's go ahead and do this when the time is right, and I think the time is right. Another thing on the wall is a Works Bell steering hub. So I've tried 2 different steering hubs. This one apparently came out of R32, which apparently that's from my buddy Kim, the one with the purple R32. He switched over to an NRG one because it's a little bit slimmer, I guess. So he said this should fit all of the R cars, or R32, R33, R34s. I got another Works Bell from Marcus and it ended up not working when I first tried it. So I haven't even bothered putting this one in to try it yet. So we're gonna do it today. We're gonna figure it out today and hopefully everything works well. But before doing anything involving the electrical or steering wheel or airbag, you gotta take the battery off. So I just have it quickly disconnected right there. And that's it. That's all you really need to do. So nothing causes issues when you go to remove the steering wheel. Fortunately for me, this is gonna be pretty easy. Every single car relatively only needs a Phillips screwdriver. And of course the steering wheel does have a 19mm bolt, I believe. Varies from different cars, some are 21, but mostly from what my experience is, every make and model so far that I've worked on has a 19mm bolt. So if not, then whatever, you guys can figure that out on your own. Every mechanic should have some tools. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the steering wheel off. As you can see, it's not in the best shape. It's pretty worn, very close to the Momo, but the Momo looks a lot cleaner and nicer. I really like the silver center touch. Only issue I'm gonna have is there's going to be an airbag light, which I can live with. I could pull the fuse, or I could take the cluster out later and pull the bulb, or buy a resistor. Either way, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna take the steering wheel off anyway. It should be alright, and it's gonna look pretty damn good. Mind you, if you can see the sky behind me, it is raining today, so I can't pull the car out, make some super cinematic videos like I've been doing on most of my videos recently. I'm probably gonna edit the video today and just upload it, and on the next video I'll make it up for you guys and do something cinematic in the intro, just to show you guys, you know, like a little bit more of the car and stuff like that, because I want to definitely give you guys a chance to be like in the passenger seat with me when I make these videos, because I think it's more enjoyable that way. So hopefully you guys do appreciate and enjoy that. So let's put you on tripod and start taking the steering wheel off. But just to be safe, we're gonna go ahead and grab the steering wheel and align it with the holes with our eyes and see if it's perfectly centered. If it's perfectly centered, then we're good to go. So just looking at it, it's slightly like 11:30 or 12 degrees on the clock. I gotta make it fit so it's straight. So this top hole needs to move over just a bit. That's pretty straight. I'm gonna go and put this 19mm back on. Then we're just gonna tighten it down. So in order to get this to work, I need some screws and some bolts. Well, technically some screws. I picked up these titanium gold ones from my buddy at Velocity Shop. Like I mentioned them before when I bought the camber kit for my Lexus ISF. He's fantastic when it comes to getting parts locally, and I really like him. I've known him since I was 16 years old. Freeman over at Velocity Shop is amazing. He's a good friend of mine, but he got me these gold titanium bolts, looking really nice. I didn't want something too crazy. I know a lot of people do Chasing J's and the neochrome. I just wanted to be kind of discreet. I figured gold is good. He didn't have black at the time, but I'll be okay with this. Alright guys, I really like the way it turned out. As you can see, looking really, really cool. Super clean. Has a nice feel to it. I think it's a 330. No, it can't be. It's probably a 350 millimeter steering wheel. Cause I know 330s are really small. I don't really like the way the small looks or feel. This just cleans up the car a lot more. Even though most of it is stock, to be honest with you. Only thing I added was the tassel and the Broadway mirror for my ISF. And the reason why I'm rocking the VIP tassel because my buddy got that for me for my birthday, and I ain't gonna disrespect them. I love that shit, and it's gonna rock in my car because it is my car. But how do you guys like this steering wheel? It's technically black. I'm gonna have to clean this a little bit and just put some leather conditioner on it. But I think it looks fantastic. The gold's kind of out of place, I will admit, but maybe I'll look into a shift knob that kind of matches that, or do something with the engine bay to match it, because you know me, I don't want to go and just add some crazy colors on the car and it doesn't match. But man, this car has so much potential. Really digging it. We could talk more about the engine and all that stuff later, but I do gotta put this back, so let's do that real quick. Let's see if the airbag light turns on. I'm pretty sure it will. Yeah, it's blinking. Just gonna enjoy the car for the time being. I don't want to turn it on right now because I'm in the garage, but man, this steering wheel is so freaking nice. Momo did a good job. And if you guys are really into imports and right-hand drive cars, this is probably one of the top selling steering wheels in Japan. Almost literally 80%, 85% of all the import cars I see online for sale always comes with this silver Momo steering wheel, and it's such a classy look. It does have this weird donut ring here that's missing. I don't care, I like the way it looks. It's just so clean and classy, and I think I'm gonna enjoy this a lot more than it shows on the camera. There you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you really learned something today when it comes to installing steering wheels and steering hubs. Make sure you get the right one for the car. Like I said, this car, even though they say a lot of cars like 240s and all that stuff like are the same, the R34 and the Skylines are a little bit different, I would say, when it comes to the steering hub, because I have two work spell and one of them did not work at all, and I didn't want to force it, so I'm glad I got the second one from my buddy Kim. Car's gonna be cool. I'm gonna do more videos on it. Like I said, I just waited until it was the right moment, and I figured why wait any longer. S2000 is looking super clean. Like I said, watch that last video. I paint corrected the whole thing. It literally rained a little bit today. I pulled it in the garage and wiped it down because it's completely waxed. Literally nothing stuck to this paint, and I'm so happy, because I should have done that from the beginning when I first bought the car, but I'm glad I did it now before I sold it. People really got to see how much I love my cars and how much I really take care of it. Even Kyle, my ISF, he's still enjoying that car. He loves that car. He did a sick photo shoot the other day. Make sure you follow him on Instagram, Georgia_ISF. Really cool guy. He's taking care of my old car. It's now his, and I'm just glad it's still in the community and still taken care of. But for now, gonna end today's video. Didn't go as planned with the XB, but I'm glad I was able to show you guys my first mod for the Skyline, even though it was the T37. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.